What's up, podcast fam? We're back. Sorry for the delay on these. I know I mentioned I was doing some solo episodes. I ended up having a little bit of a sickness and then I was gone for a little. So, my apologies about that. But without further ado, I'm back again. Please like, subscribe to the page as well as the podcast and leave a review. And I've got some affiliate links for us in the description. That's all. I won't be doing any ads as of yet. As a reminder, as well, briefly, guys, this is my goal for the year is to get to 200 episodes. There are going to be some solo ones. I've got a bunch of guests coming up that are going to be lined up, and I'm very excited. If you have any guests that you want to recommend or a way to get me in touch with some interesting people because you like what I'm doing or any suggestions, I would absolutely love that. I love hearing from you guys and the things that you enjoy about the podcast. Makes it really easy for me to keep going with these things because I've got some big goals with this. I definitely want to hit 200 episodes, and then we're going to go from there and see where we're at. But it should be a lot of fun. Please enjoy the ride. Without further ado, guys, this is a part 3 of part 4. The first 2 were about gratitude journaling and then regular journaling, which are 2 very distinct things. And I go into how those things impacted me and helped me in my life. But this this 4-part series is about the last 2 or 3 months of what I had been doing in my life before I decided to start working on things again. I took a long break, and I needed that long break because I really needed to get back to being me and focusing on me and bettering myself and getting to that point where I could live myself every day, as is the motto of the podcast. So, I just needed to do some different things. Gratitude journaling was killer. It was awesome. It made me realize what great things I have in my life. And again, I went into that all in the last episode. Regular journaling just helped me funnel the emotions and feelings that I was having. And even if it was something small, I could get it out and it didn't fester, become something larger. So without further ado, this is part 3. We have one more part if you're keeping track. What I did decide to do is actually combine this. I was originally going to split these up, but this one is nutrition and wellness. And it is such a key thing for you to do when you're trying to better yourself, because it's one of those things where, like, if you're working on the machine, you're going to start feeling good internally, and then you'll start being able to translate that in your mind. Then you're going to feel better going into the world. So this is a 2-pronged attack, though. It's not just about like working out and getting in shape, although that is a big part of it, but there's the nutrition side of things as well. So I was originally going to dive into the nutrition first, but let's dive into the exercise portion of this. It's so vital for your body to have exercise. And when you're in a bad spot, one of the best things you can do for yourself is just get moving. Whether that is walking, running, lifting, doing circuit training, whatever it is that helps you get out of your mind for a little bit, get your body and your blood moving and release those good endorphins is going to help you in the long run. I played pickleball at one point, 3 to 4 days a week, and I loved it because I was out there running and sweating and playing a lot. And then when I moved to Denver, because of the altitude, I was not feeling great when I was working out and running and stuff. So I decided to do circuit training because I wanted to lift still, but I wanted to get in shape at the same time. So there's all sorts of ways to do it. But I'll keep it brief. It is so vital and so important that you go do that. It is just great for your overall health as a person, as well as your mental health. On top of the things that I've already mentioned in the previous 2 podcasts that you stack on top of it, it is just killer to do that. So what I did was I first did circuit training to get back in shape and get a little cardio in, because I'm not a big runner. And that circuit looked like about 30 to 45 minutes. I would do full body workout 3 days a week, and I would do legs separate on other days. But those circuit trainings were, I'm doing shoulders, chest, and maybe my traps. And I'm doing 3 sets to 4 sets of 10 with 20 seconds rest in between, and then a 2 minutes rest in between the whole set. So you're doing shoulder press, you're doing bench press, you're doing shoulder shrugs, 20 seconds rest in between those 3. You finish the 3, then you do 2 minutes rest, then you repeat the cycle. And then I did the rest of the body workouts after that too. And it's really good cardio. That's all I can say. Then I started switching things back up. During this 2-month time frame, I really wanted to get back into lifting and bulking and gaining weight, because something I was missing during that time. And again, find what works for you. That's what it really comes down to. Try different things you're not going to know at first, and then try different workouts and things of that nature. I ended up writing my own workout plan for this one. I had done a few different workout plans from friends and online. And what I decided to do was I'm going to take the things I like most about these workout plans, and I'm going to gear it toward myself and enjoy those things I do. So what I had ended up doing, I actually wrote it down. But I was doing, and this is a great workout. I can put this up if anyone needs it. I had wrote out my own workout. So again, I was focusing on bulking, and there's certain things I wanted to hit as well. So bulk focus on weekends, we have light calisthenics, or we're hiking or playing pickleball. Um, Monday, I did chest and leg day, which was very interesting. I did 4 sets of 5 front facing squats, 4 sets of 8 leg extensions, heavy, 4 sets of 8 hamstring curls, 4 sets of 10 calf raises, 5 tibialis raises, and then chest was at 65%, 1 set of 5, uh, 5 times, 5 sets of 8 cable flies, and 3 sets of 20 tricep push-ups. Day 2 was a push day, finishing up, the rest of that push day. And that was the shoulder press and the Arnold press. And what is going on with my camera? Hello. Come back into focus there, buddy. What is it doing? Sorry, y'all. All right. It looks like it slowly is working again. I've sorry for those that are listening. The camera was so out of focus. I had to basically put my hand up to the camera and draw it back in. So I apologize about that. Push day was the next day. I did shoulders, 4 sets of shoulders exercises, 3 sets of tricep exercises. I'm actually not going to go into too detail. If you want it, you can DM me and I can give you that info. Wednesday was a pull day. Thursday was legs only. And then Friday was a push day again. And then every day I was doing 3 pull-ups and abs. So that's really it. Wasn't anything crazy. So work out, get your mind right. It's so beneficial for you. Just get out, get moving. Again, it doesn't have to be lifting weights if you don't like that. If you think it's boring, you're alone. You can do yoga. You can do pickleball. You can run. You can bike. You can do so many things. Just do something that physically active gets you out of your head and into the zone. I certainly needed it. No line there. I was not in a good spot. Now, the second half of this, which is super important, is the nutrition side of things. And that is something that I've been really getting into over the past 5-6 months. And I took it to heart this 2-month period of time off from everything besides just my 9 to 5. I was doing no side projects, nothing, in case you needed that refresh. But basically what I decided to do was I'm going to write up a vitamin regimen and a nutrition regimen to go along with this working out, because I want to be in the best I can physically, and I want to give my body the proper fuel that it needs to also operate at its best optimal range. So what I was doing was a multivitamin every day, and I was doing vitamin D anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000 IUs from one pill. That's not including what was already in the multivitamin. I was doing 2 to 3 protein shakes a day, usually 1 in the morning and 1 at night. I was taking creatine with my workouts as well. And then other vitamins and stuff that I decided to start taking. It doesn't mean I did them every day, but I did set it to where I was doing them 2 to 3 times a week to just get something going. I did apple cider vinegar because of its health benefits and help with inflation in your gut. I did ginger extract as well, just for immunity purposes overall. I would do zinc and turmeric 2 to 3 times a week. Same thing for fighting inflammation and getting my immune system up because I was sick and things of that nature. And then at night, I had a very interesting regimen. And again, I would not do this every night, but it was a great addition. I took 5-HTP probably 3 nights a week. And the reason I took that at night is because it made me very drowsy. It sometimes does for some people, doesn't for others, but it makes me really drowsy. So I took it probably 2 hours before bed. I did ashwagandha 2 hours before bed as well, or actually probably more like an hour before bed whenever I took the 5-HTP. And then right before bed, when I was going to lay down, I would do magnesium supplements. And I got to say, that was a game changer for me. I don't know if everyone has trouble sleeping. I certainly have trouble sleeping. And magnesium was a good alternative to melatonin when melatonin was giving me I could sleep really good one night. Then the second I got off of melatonin, I no longer could sleep. So I decided to take magnesium instead. And magnesium is very good for your muscle growth and your bone health overall. So take magnesium. Again, I'm no expert on all these things. I read up a lot of things. I'm just telling you, kind of repeating information to you guys, what I was doing. But I can tell you, by doing all those things, especially the magnesium every night, the multivitamin every day, and the vitamin D every day, I could tell you those three things alone, within about 2 weeks, you start to feel that difference. And I felt night and day difference, just from a standpoint of energy, waking up every day, going throughout my day, and then just carrying on everyday life. So I have not stopped doing that. I continue to do that. That is now my daily regimen. And then again, I add the other ones on there as needed. But there are tons of great vitamins and minerals you can do. If you're ever having any gut problems, health problems, look at the vitamins and minerals first. I don't want to harp on this too much in this episode, but just the way the pharmaceutical industry and health industry is set up for the insurances and how they run things, and they want you to take pills, and I want you to do this other stuff that's free. I just would tell you to do everything in your power to avoid having to go on a prescription or get a surgery. And some of that's going to be involved in, just natural things such as vitamins and minerals that are key and essential to our health and well-being. So obviously you can always take too much of these as well. So you should be careful. If you can get a full blood panel done from your doctor, a lot of times they won't do it. You might have to go to a special clinic. Get that too. You can check out your hormone levels and things of that nature. It's really good and very useful to know. I actually need to go do that myself, but I've been waiting to do that. But I did get some tests on where everything else came back great. So overall, guys, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, but it is such a game changer when you are in a bad spot in life to be taking care of yourself. I mean, do the one thing you can control, which is you. Give yourself the best possibility of getting out of that rut, that phase you're stuck in, whether it's, again, like you losing a job, breakup, family member death, whatever it is. We're just mentally a bad couple weeks. Give yourself the best opportunity to move forward in a positive light. And that's going to start with your nutrition and your exercise. You're going to work on you from the inside out, essentially. Work on getting your body a well-oiled machine, then your brain can catch up and you can do the gratitude in the journal. So again, this is part 3. And as I mentioned, I stacked the things, the nutrition, the working out, the gratitude journaling, and the journaling. I did those all for 30 days, and then I ended up extending it for another 30 days. And it was just a amazing, life-changing experience for me and a betterment for myself. And I know I'm going to continue to do those things because that brought out the best version of me that there was. So those 4 things you could do. There is a part 4 coming out after this. And it'll be interesting. It's going to kind of conclude things on what else I might have been doing during that time. So without further ado, guys, thanks for listening for the solo episode. These solo episodes are not always going to be like this. Hopefully I can bring some more humor, hit on some light things. I want to actually add a section where I could talk to you guys. You guys can ask me advice or just in general, my opinion on things. And I'm going to open that up soon. So without further ado, bye everybody. Peace.